Hello, hello, hello. Coach TL checking in again. I hope everybody is great and getting better. Man, that's a beautiful thing. How you guys doing? Say I'm great, because you know what? There's a whole lot of people out there that wish they were in your position, even if you think you're not doing great. How about that? So anyway, I hope everybody is doing great and getting better. I like to start off by saying I want everybody out there to subscribe, hit the bell, join me, do all of that stuff, because I want you to see all the videos and all the knowledge that I'm going to be putting out. Because I've talked to some great leaders throughout my years, and some people that are doing some tremendous things in the world today, helping a lot of folks. Well, most of my conversation is going to be geared toward the millennials. So I definitely want you guys to tune in as often as you can. Check out the things I got going on, because the world has changed so much. It has changed so much. You know, a pandemic did its thing, and then because of technology, it's doing its thing. Like right now, this video that I'm shooting, that's part of the new technology. But anyway, getting it going on here. Now, one thing I like to say, and I say it all the time, we got to do better, and we can do better. All we have to do is unite and make it happen in a big way. Now, I'm a leader. I've been a leader for many, many years, and I have a vision. I'm a leader with a vision, and what I do with my vision, I help people with dreams, because people are always dreaming about things all the time. Now, I made a lot of notes because I want to make sure that I kind of get to the point and stay focused, because I'm one of those. I get the yapping at the mouth, and I go left on you. You talk about something else that's real great, and I didn't finish this great conversation. So anyway, once again, I'm a leader with a vision, and what I do is help people with dreams. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. I like to start off by saying that I do sell a dream. I sell a dream all the time, because if you can't dream it, you can't achieve it, because it don't cost you nothing to dream it. So here I'm going to talk about that. Most people don't want to change their career. They don't even want to start a new business. They really don't even want more money. Now, I know some folks out there saying, that's a lie, dog. That's a lie. I want to make a whole lot of money. But check this out. When I say most people don't even really want more money, they want all the things that money can buy. And when you get all the things that money can buy, money is really the last thing on your brain. So if you had a genie in your back pocket right now, what would you wish for? It wouldn't be money. It might be a better house. It might be a car. It might be a car. It might be a Rolls Royce. I don't know what you dream for, or what you wish for, not dream, but what you wish for. But so you wish and you want all the things that money can buy. So you really don't even want to make more money. And then you want all the freedom. So you want all the things that money can buy and all the freedom that you can get. And that's just a fact. And now I want to be talking about what most people dream of. Now, most people dream, check this out. Now, I'm pointing down at my paper like you can see it. But most people dream of finding a better quality of life and to control their destiny. A lot of people don't want to take on another job. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about part-time job where you can make full-time money. So anyway, most people don't want to take on another job. They don't even want a new career. Now, what they want is all the things that they can get out of something without having to take on another career, another job. They're cool with the one they're in. But also, I want to point out that I don't even think about somebody quitting their job just because they're hearing me yap at the mouth. Because you got to remember, you got to keep your lights on, you got to keep your water on, you got to keep your rent paid, you got to keep your mortgage paid, you got to keep the car note paid. You got to do all of these things. So don't think about quitting your job unless you're making at least 3 times the income. So if you're making $100,000, do the math. You need to meet back up $300,000 to talk about quitting your job, because first of all, that gives you exposure when you have a job, because you're going somewhere, you're staying active. You're not like me sitting at the. This is my man cave. This is my garage, man cave, whatever you want to call it. But this is what I do: sit here and talk to you guys on the computer. But anyway, on my phone and whatnot. Now, when it's all said and done, some of the reasons why most people don't want to go into business for themselves, they don't have a marketable ideal. That means you got an ideal that people want, they're going to take on. And when they take on that ideal, you can make money with it. And then the second thing is lack of capital. When it's all said and done, you got to have money. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what these infomercials say. You don't need no money. That's a lie, because you can't even come to an appointment without having gasoline. I mean, you can't even watch this if you ain't got no phone or computer or internet. So we got to keep it real with one another, and I'm going to keep it real. Now, lack of experience. Most businesses fail because you don't know what to do. You read on it, you dreamed about it, whatnot, but when it's all said and done, if you don't have the experience to make it happen, it's not going to happen. Or you're going to go really, really hard at something and not really get the maximum amount out of what your effort is. In other words, you put in 100%, but all you're getting is 2%. That's not good. You know, that's like having your phone plugged in and you can never get a charge. You know, that's just all bad. But also loss of security, like what I was talking about earlier. You don't want to give up that security blanket. That's that job. You don't even want to think about it. Don't be afraid, because it's going to be a day. You know, that's why most of the rich people in the world, they had a day job first, somewhere along the way, whether they're buffing tables or something. They had a day job prior to. And then when it's all said and done, last but not least, the fear of failure kicks in. Man, ain't nothing worse than you telling your family and friends what you're doing and they steal that dream. That means that fear of failure kicks in. Well, don't worry about that fear of failure. Hang around somebody that's where you're trying to be, not where you are right now. If you hang around people where you are right now, you're just going to stay where you are right now. And then you get promoted, you get cost of living, you know, that kind of thing, which is, I've did it for years. So I understand. But I've always dreamed bigger. Always dreamed bigger than what I am. I do that at dinner table sometime, and I accomplished that. Anyway, that's a whole new subject, but I'm going to get on the health stuff as well. Now, here we offer you a risk-free opportunity. There are no major investments, no losses, job security. Like I said, you can keep your JOB. No franchise fees, no expensive licensing process required. Now, I do other businesses, like my insurance businesses. Yeah, you got to pass the background, you got to pass this, you got to pass that, got to pass the test. But this here, what I'm talking to you about right now, you don't need none of that stuff. Oh, and that's a beautiful thing that you don't need any of it. So that means from day one, you can come in and start making money. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what you've done in the past. You can come in right now and start making money. We have no inventory. You know, like I said before, everything is online. Everything is online. Unlimited territory. That means no matter where a person is located, they can make it happen. I mean, I'm in California. You guys can be in New York or Timbuktu. It don't matter where you're located at. Unlimited opportunity. If your vision is just to make an extra $2,000 a month, I got you. I got the opportunity for you. But then on the other hand, on the flip side, if your vision is to make $20, $30, $40, $100,000 a month, I mean, dream big. Don't want to dream small. Heck, it's a dream. If you have that dream, with this business that I'm talking about now, I can show you exactly how to get there step by step so you don't get left behind. Unlimited opportunity to dream big. You dream big, you will accomplish big. Now, the vision that I have. My vision is to lead the consumer empowerment revolution. That means everyone. I want to lead everyone so that they have a better way of life. And the mission that I'm on. See, I wrote all this stuff down because I want to make sure that I get it right and I don't forget, because I gotta get the yapping. I'm gonna stay on task now. Stay on task. My mission is to create more financially independent families than any other business in history. Why? Because that's what I like to do. Ain't nothing better for me to see you go from where you are today, where you're right here, and for you to get here. Ain't nothing better. I love seeing that. Now, I don't know what right here is. Right here might be you living under the freeway and you want to get in an apartment. But then again, right here might be you living in a 5-bedroom home and you want to get to a 16-bedroom mansion. I don't know what your right here is, but I can tell you one thing for sure. We can make it happen in a big way, in a big, big way. Now, at the heart of this business building plan is a business system that we have. Now, a business system. Now, I'm going to tell you, a system is proven, predictable, and profitable. But it's also self-replicating, self-motivating, and self-finance. And I tell people all the time, all you have to do, I'm clapping because I want you to wake up. All you have to do is run the system. Run the system and let the system run your business. That will grant you a greater quality of life. Now that I can guarantee. Because if you look at the military, for instance, military is ran on a system. It's a system base. Reality, I don't care what anyone says. The military has probably the best system, whether you like it or dislike it, it's still ran on a system. You know, and in the walk of life, you're going to have people like things, don't like things, whatever the case may be. But once again, you run the system and allow that system to run your business. Now, The old way of doing business is pretty much a thing of the past. So we're going to be introducing you to some new ways of thinking. Now, the name of the company that I want to introduce you guys to is called Jeopardy. Now, you might say, why am I into Jeopardy? It's several different reasons. One of the main reasons is because they deal with health and wellness. And for somebody my age, 30, plus 30. But we ain't getting into all that, I would stick with whatever I want to stick with. This is my story. So if I want to say 30 and 30, if I just want to say 130 or 230s, I got to get them numbers right. That's my business, right? You say, that's my own story. But anyway, a lot of my friends are not doing well. And I'm not talking financial. Well, some of them are not doing financially well, some aren't doing well. But the bottom line is, a lot of folks are clocking out these days. And I'm always talking about, in my other business, which is insurance, I'm always talking about preparing yourself to live longer, preparing yourself for retirement. Live in that great quality of life and retire with financial dignity. I'm always talking that because I want people to do that. But you know what? What I do, I go to the gym every day, so I'm working out, doing my thing, taking my vitamins, looking out after myself, whatnot. And I start referring people, and I said, you know what? Let me get involved. I need to spread the word much, much more so than I have ever. And that's what I'm going to do now. Now, you millenniums, if you want to live a long life and have a great retirement and have that greater quality of life, you got to start it now. You can't wait till you get 50, 60, 70, 80 years of age. It's too late then. So let's get busy right now. I want to show you guys how you can get busy right now. Now, I mentioned the name of the company. It's called Jeopardy, Health and Wellness. Now, when you talk about health, ain't nothing better than having money in your pocket and good health. So I'm going to talk about health. Now, I can give you my personal testimony. I've been using the product, help me work out a little bit, whatnot. But the bottom line, help me get my waistline down a little bit. But I want you guys to see that it's just more than just losing weight. Losing weight is great, but they help folks that got high blood pressure, heart attacks, all kind of stuff, kidney diseases and all that kind of stuff. Because the guy that invented this stuff, he got this book out called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Well, because they don't like it, they did. But, he got that book out, and that book is pretty inspiring. It truly is. And, I'm not one of those guys that go out promoting books, but you need to check that out. Definitely check it out. Jeopardy. I tell you, if the promise is clear, if the promise is really clear, then that means that the price that you got to pay is easy. Because I look at when people approach me about different things, and people approach me all the time, and I'm always giving advice and telling people what to do. But when it's all said and done, most of them don't take it on. I'm going to tell you about a guy that I just talked to yesterday. And it was kind of funny because you guys are probably going to fall into the same category. Hopefully you won't, but a lot of folks will. And what I'm going to tell you about is I told him about the business, because he's a little large and, he was walking with a limp and his ankle was hurt and whatnot. So I told him about it and he says, okay, yeah, in my bottom line, he said, yeah, I'll try it. And I said, well, why don't you tell your friends? Because to make a long story short, he told me about all of his people that are pretty large folks, you know what I mean? They're kind of large. And I said, why don't you tell them? And he says, well, I got to see if it works first. And, I listened to him when he said, everybody do their thing. If that's what you want to do what you do. Now, and then he started telling me about his ankle. And then he started telling me about the doctor that's going to do the procedure on his ankle, how good he is, and he done this performance before, he done this, and his clients come out walking really good. Within the next 6 months, they're back on a track field, and he's giving his doctor all of this prompts and props, and I'm like, dang, you know this guy? He said, no, he never met him. I said, wait a minute now. If I needed a knee operation or an ankle operation, would you recommend him? And he said, oh yeah, I'd recommend him. And I said, how you gonna recommend this guy and he ain't did no operation on you? And he said, well, because my friend and my other friend, and I know some folks. I said, what's the difference between this business and what I'm doing. Now the difference is you're promoting this guy to make some things happen. So that means this guy is going to fill his pocket because your advertisement, because of what you decided to talk about, which was you promoting him. Because if I had a knee operation or an ankle operation that I needed done, you just edified that guy. And I'm going to say, that's the guy that would do my ankle operation, just like he did some other folks that you know. I don't know him. So the bottom line to all of this is, don't wait. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to my story. Listen to other folks' story. Hey, the stuff works, you know. And now, of course, you're going to have some folks that are going to do it anyway. They're going to say, I ain't telling nobody about nothing until I lost 100 pounds. I'm like, well, it might be a minute before you tell somebody. So anyway, with that said, the moral of that story is, don't wait. Just get out and make it happen. Tell the story. Use my story. Use some other folks' story in the business. Once you get hooked up, once you talk to me, you know, get on some of my Zoom meetings. You know, we had that one-on-one, that eyeball to eyeball, kneecap to kneecap, sitting and whatnot, and you will definitely see that it's definitely a better way. It is a better way. You know, I don't like living payday to payday, and don't think I haven't. Man, I remember back in the day, boy, in the military. Man, me and my buddies had to go in a mess hall to get some food because we ran out of money and food and gas. But we had some good tennis shoes because we did a lot of walking. But anyway, you know, when it's all said and done, I might be cracking, but I'm facking. So you guys should remember that as well. So anyway, with that said, you know, check me out. Once again, I didn't even say where to check me out at. Check me out. Follow me. Punch in. Call me. 951-462-1155. I'm always here. And if I ain't here, I'm going to be here. Email address, CoachTL411@gmail.com. Man, I gave you all the access to get some of this knowledge that has been passed on to me, and I want to pass it on to you. Ba-dow. Let's make it happen in a big way. Coach TL, checking out, you guys. You guys be safe and make it a great day. Peace.